أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is the second recording. The first one we did isti'adha, which is the isti'adha is seeking refuge from Allah, this shaitan, the curse, which in Arabic, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. That's the first lesson we did. And remember, we doing this from cover to inshallah bismillah, from cover to cover, from starting from Fatiha all the way to Nas. And you get this opportunity to learn the Tajweed rule, because I'm going to explain the Tajweed rules in the ayahs as we go. If first say the ayah is long, then inshallah we won't do the whole ayah, we'll just do portion of the ayah. Because I don't want the recordings to be long, and this way of this in this way, if you're following this, you can recite Quran, repeat from cover to cover, and also if you want to memorize it as we go, you can memorize as well. To do hifz as once you learn that portion, you can the Tajweed rule and reading it, and then you can memorize it on your own, inshallah. So Basmalah, which is let me start with dua. Rabbi zidna ilma, Rabbi zidna ilma, Rabbi zidna ilma. So the next one, which is the Basmalah, the sin, we're going to make it, sin is a whistling letter, so it gives whistling sound. And when you hear, or when they have a sukun, when they is sin and other two letters, sword and za, when they have a sukun, you hear the whistling sound even more. You hear the whistling sound even more when they have a sukun, because sukun show the makhraj of the letter, or the home of the letter. So for those letters, when they have a sukun, you let the whistling sound stop itself. These are origin of the letter. This explanation is the origin. That's the haq of the letter. I'm just giving it, but including the tajweed, just so to make sure you memorize, you reciting the letters correctly. So let the whistling sound stop itself when the sin sukun is on, or shadda is on those three letters that I mentioned, sword, za, and sin. And so bis, let it stop itself. Bis mil. Again, we have come across again Allah, name of Allah. Remember, a lam, the second lam in Allah, in name of Allah only, or Allahumma, not any other lam, just in Allah name or Allahumma. We would make it flat or round depending on the vowel on our previous lesson, depending on the vowel that's before it. So in this case, we have again a kasra before this second lam. The first lam, I mentioned, sometimes the first lam would have a kasra on it, then we would have looked at the kasra. But here, the second lam don't have any vowel, so we're going to look at this vowel, which is this kasra. And we're going to make it flat again because of the kasra. So, bismillah, bismillah. So, when we're going to hold that lam also for 1 second, remember I mentioned Lan Omar letters. I'm going to show them to you quickly. Excuse my ugly writing. Lam, Noon, Ain, Mim, Ra. And when these letters, you could ignore when these letters have a sukun on them, you hold them for 1 second. You do tawassut. You hold them for 1 second. They form a word to help you remember those letters. Lan Umar, Lan Umar. So I mentioned that in the first recording. So inshallah, again, and bring it closer. Okay, so bismillah. We hold the lam sukun for 1 second, because we're going to read, anytime we have a shadda on a letter, that's mean we're going to read the letter with a sukun first, then with the vowel that's on it. Anytime we have a shadda on any letter. So bismillah. So I forgot to mention last time the way I was looking at the Allah, they didn't have a shadda. I mentioned the shadda, but that one didn't have a shadda, but there should have been a shadda on it. And then whenever you see Allahu or Allahumma, there should be a stretch alif to make it, to mad the alif to make it, to stretch the lam. So whether you see that alif or not on top of Allah or Allahumma, you will still stretch it. Whether it's sometimes there, sometimes not. So Bismillah, la. See, I'm stretching it. So Bismillah. We hold the lamp sukun for 1 second and make the lamp flat. La, not law, but la. So that's how we make it flat. Bismillah. Here we have he. We have a raw shadda. So that means we're gonna raw again is one of the non-Umar letters. That means we're gonna hold the if it has a sukun for 1 second. And we know that we has a shadda. That means that we're gonna read the first sound of the raw. We're gonna read the raw twice because of the shadda. The first one with the sukun and the other one with the fatha. So the first one with the sukun, we're gonna hold it for 1 second because raw sukun is one of the non-Umar letters that you hold for 1 second when they have a sukun. And then also we're gonna make the raw because of the raw fatha. The second raw we're gonna read with the fatha. We're gonna make it read with a round mouth with a heavy or heavy. We're gonna treat the raw as a heavy letter. So we're gonna say raw, not ra, not raw, not ra, but raw. So Bismillahir. See here, I'm already making my mouth round when I connect to the raw first sound of the raw. Here, rah. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So again, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's like A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir. Nir, you correct the knee, you start saying the round, you connect into the raw, so you start making your mouth round at the end of knee. Nir, rajim, near round. Not near flat, but near round, end it round. The knee is a flat letter, but you end it round. Because of the raw, you're going to make it round. It has a fatha on it. Near rajim. Here it's going to be rahma. So here, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rah, beginning of the ha sound, it has a sukun. So remember I mentioned earlier, sukun on a letter is shows the makharij of the letter or makhraj or home of the letter. So you're gonna bring out the air more. You hear the air more. Rah, rahma, nir. We have a raw again shadda, so you do the same thing. Ni is connected to the raw. Nir, round end of ni is going to be round, and we're going to hold the raw for 1 second. Nir, then raw. Instead of saying ra, raw. Him. I mentioned the first lesson that we have a mother. If you have a mother alif wa or ya as the second to last letter, we have the option to stretch it 2, 4, or 6. We're going by 4. And when you start with make it uniform, if you start with 2 in that same surah, try to make it uniform. Finish with 2. Anywhere you see the same rule. If you start with 4, to finish with 4 until you go to the next surah, or if you pray in next rakah, or when you start with 6, continue with 6. So raw. And some teachers will say the reason why you setting 2, 4, or 6 is because you're stopping with a sukun. You're stopping on the sukun, and yeah. But this is what I learned, because it's mother. Yeah, if you mother alif wa or ya is second to last letter. So we go doing 4. So rahim, and don't forget to bring the air out. This letter ha. If you don't say with the air, you're not saying it correctly. It comes from the middle part of the throat. That ha and ain, they're coming from the middle part of the throat. So ra, him, him, 4. So the meme again, it has a kasra, but we're gonna change this kasra to sukun. Why? Because we're stopping at the end of our ayah, or we're stopping. Most vowels change to sukun. Fatha, kasra, dhamma, to kasra, to dhamma will change to sukun whenever you're stopping, or at the end of an ayah, or when you're stopping, you're reading and you're tired, you want to stop, or you want to pause because you have a to, jim, or qaf lam ya, or sod lam ya, or you're just tired, you need to breathe. you want to, because you cannot be reading and breathing at the same time. You have to, when you want to breathe, you have to stop. You can stop anywhere if you need to breathe, but sometimes you have to go back depending on what the way you stop. So inshallah, and then the meme, because we change this kasra to sukun, so that means the meme gonna be it's lan Omar, because we're gonna treat like lan Omar later, because this kasra change to sukun. So lan Omar, if lam nun ain mim ra. So meme is one of the letters that you hold for 1 second. This meme for 1 second. So let's read it again. Bismillahir end it round. The he ends round. You start the he, but the end is end as the when you get into the raw, you round it. So end of he here, you're gonna connect he with raw, because raw got shadda. You know, with shadda we gonna read by itself. The same as with sukun, we have to connect with the vowel before. So bis mil, see mil. Here we're gonna make it flat. Milla, the la is flat. Bismillah, here the raw is round. We end it round. Sorry. So here flat. Sorry. So here round. Here we end it round. Here we end it mil flat. Here round. Here Bismillah, here, hold it for 1 second. Hold this two for 1 second, the lamb for 1 second, raw for 1 second, raw for 1 second. Bismillah, here, bring out the air. Rahmanir Rahim. The reason why I'm not mentioning the mothers, if the mother is regular, which is when you have a mother alif wa or ya, those are the 3 mother letters. They stretch and they're doing mother job. When you have them and it's not followed by hamza, you just do regular. You just do stretch 2 counts. That's not considered tajweed. It's when it's have if it's followed by hamza, then you're gonna stretch more than 2, 3, 4, or depending. Okay, so that's why I'm not mentioning them. So, and also time wise. So let's do it again. Inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We stop here. Inshallah. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami'ul alim. وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.